Having exposed wires directly adjacent to a dishwasher is a violation of the National Electrical Code. Several articles within the code address this concern. Firstly, National Electrical Code Article 422.16 states that the equipment shall not be located where it is exposed to excessive grease, dirt, dust, moisture, corrosive fumes, or vapors. Secondly, National Electrical Code Article 422.18 states that equipment shall not be installed in a wet location unless it is approved for such use. Thirdly, National Electrical Code Article 110.2 states that electrical equipment shall be installed and used in a manner that minimizes the risk of fire, electric shock, or injury to persons. The proximity of exposed wires to a dishwasher, especially one that overflows, creates a significant electrical hazard. The presence of water and moisture significantly increases the risk of electrical shock. If the exposed wires come into contact with water, they can energize the water and surrounding conductive surfaces, creating a path for electricity to flow through a person who comes into contact with it. This can result in serious injury or even death. An overflowing dishwasher further exacerbates this risk, as it increases the likelihood of water reaching the exposed wires. The continuous overflow can also lead to corrosion of the wires and their connections, further compromising their insulation and increasing the risk of electrical faults. Furthermore, the overflow could damage the wires, increasing the risk of electrical problems. Damaged insulation can expose live conductors, making them more susceptible to accidental contact. A short circuit could occur if a live wire comes into contact with a grounded surface. This can cause a surge of current that can damage equipment, start a fire, or cause an electrical shock. Because of these dangers, it is extremely important to address this hazard promptly. Inform your supervisor or manager about the situation and request that the wires be properly protected or relocated. Here are some specific actions that can be taken to mitigate the risk. 1. The exposed wires should be enclosed in a conduit or other protective enclosure. This will prevent water and moisture from coming into contact with the wires and reduce the risk of electrical shock. 2. All electrical connections should be properly insulated and sealed to prevent moisture from entering. 3. The dishwasher should be properly grounded to provide a path for fault current to flow back to the source, reducing the risk of electrical shock. 4. A ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, should be installed to protect against electrical shock. A GFCI is a device that detects ground faults and quickly shuts off the power to the circuit, reducing the risk of serious injury. 5. The dishwasher should be repaired to prevent it from overflowing. This will reduce the risk of water reaching the exposed wires. 6. If the wires cannot be protected or relocated, the power to the circuit should be turned off until the hazard can be addressed. 7. A qualified electrician should be consulted to assess the situation and recommend the best course of action. An electrician can identify any other potential electrical hazards and ensure that the electrical system is safe and up to code. 8. Regular inspections of the electrical system should be conducted to identify and address any potential hazards before they become a problem. 9. Employees should be trained on the proper procedures for working with electrical equipment and how to identify and report electrical hazards. 10. It is important to remember that electricity can be dangerous, and it is always best to err on the side of caution. If you are not sure how to address an electrical hazard, consult a qualified electrician. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a comprehensive set of standards for electrical wiring and equipment in the United States. It is updated every 3 years and is intended to ensure the safety of people and property. The NEC is not law, but it is widely adopted by state and local jurisdictions. Compliance with the NEC is essential for ensuring the safety of electrical installations. The specific articles of the NEC that are relevant to this situation are firstly Article 422.16, which covers the location of appliances. This article prohibits the installation of appliances in locations where they are exposed to excessive moisture or other hazardous conditions. Secondly, Article 422.18, which covers the installation of appliances in wet locations. This article requires that appliances installed in wet locations be approved for such use. Thirdly, Article 110.2, which covers the general requirements for electrical installations. This article requires that electrical equipment be installed in a manner that minimizes the risk of fire, electric shock, or injury to persons. In addition to the NEC, there may be other applicable codes and regulations, such as local building codes. It is important to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that all applicable codes and regulations are followed. Ignoring these codes can lead to dangerous situations and potential liability. Proper grounding is essential for electrical safety. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, reducing the risk of electrical shock. The grounding system should be properly installed and maintained. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are an important safety device that can help to prevent electrical shock. GFCIs detect ground faults and quickly shut off the power to the circuit, reducing the risk of serious injury. GFCIs should be installed in all areas where there is a risk of electrical shock, such as kitchens, bathrooms, and outdoor locations. Regular electrical inspections are important for identifying and addressing potential hazards before they become a problem. Inspections should be conducted by a qualified electrician. Employees should be trained on the proper procedures for working with electrical equipment and how to identify and report electrical hazards. Training should be provided on a regular basis. It is important to remember that electricity can be dangerous, and it is always best to err on the side of caution. If you are not sure how to address an electrical hazard, consult a qualified electrician. Preventing electrical hazards requires a multifaceted approach, including compliance with codes and regulations, proper grounding, the use of GFCIs, regular inspections, and employee training. By taking these steps, you can help to ensure the safety of people and property. The presence of exposed wires near a dishwasher that frequently overflows is a clear and present danger that demands immediate attention. Prioritize reporting the issue and ensuring that appropriate safety measures are taken to prevent accidents. Remember, your safety and the safety of others depend on it.